My beloved, hear me now, for I the Lord your God am speaking directly to your heart. This message is not a chance encounter, it is not a coincidence. It is my hand guiding you, my spirit pressing into you, because there is something you must know. You have been crying out, asking for clarity, asking for truth, asking for revelation about what is hidden in the hearts of those around you. And now I tell you, today I uncover it. Someone desires to marry you, but their desire is not rooted in love, it is rooted in self. They see you not for who you are in the Spirit, but for what you carry, what you hold, and what they can take. You must not close your eyes to this. You must not dismiss it. For I the Lord say, this warning is for you, and only you. Do not skip it, do not push it aside, for the moment is critical. You have walked through many seasons where people came into your life with smiling faces and words that sounded sweet but were poisoned with deceit. You have endured betrayals that left wounds, and each time you asked me, Lord, why? Why did I not see it coming? Today I answer you, because the enemy hides himself in the clothing of love, in the disguise of affection. He dresses manipulation as devotion, and he cloaks greed in the language of romance. But I am pulling the mask off. I am exposing the one who has set their heart not on your soul but on your substance. They say marriage, but their heart whispers possession. They say commitment, but their mind calculates what they will gain. I need you to understand, beloved, that not every proposal comes from heaven. Not every hand extended toward you is blessed. Not every word of love is birthed from truth. There are those who want to walk down the aisle not to honor you, but to bind you, to strip you, to drain you. This one seeks to marry you, but their plan is to take your strength, to take your inheritance, to take your blessing. I see the schemes they whisper when no one is listening. I hear the conversations they hide. You cannot see their heart, but I see it fully, and I expose it now. This is why my Spirit is pressing upon you so strongly. Do not ignore this. You have been asking me, Lord, give me a sign. Show me if they are true. And this very message is your sign. I am speaking so clearly that you cannot deny it. I am saying this plainly. They want you, but they do not want to protect you. They want to marry you, but they do not want to love you as I have commanded love to be. They want your hand, but not your soul. They want your covering, but not your calling. Their eyes are on what you have, not on who you are. Do not fall into their net. Do not let your heart be deceived by their words, for words are cheap when not backed by a heart aligned with me. Beloved, hear me, because I love you too much to let you walk blindly into a trap. My warnings are never to scare you but to save you. My revelations are never to burden you but to free you. And I tell you now, this one who comes speaking of marriage is not sent from me. Their lips may say, forever, but their motives are temporary. Their promises are empty, and their heart is filled with calculation. You must guard yourself. Do not give away your yes too quickly. Do not allow the desire for companionship to blind you to the truth of who they are. For years, the enemy has tried to use relationships to derail your destiny. He knows your heart longs for love, longs for partnership, longs for someone to walk beside you. But he twists that longing into a weapon, sending counterfeits to distract, delay, and destroy. This one who now desires to marry you is a counterfeit. They are not the one I have chosen. They are not the blessing I have prepared. They are an imitation, a shadow, a trap. And if you bind yourself to them, you will feel the weight of sorrow heavier than you have ever known. But if you listen to my voice and pull back, you will see how I protect you. Do not fear that rejecting them means you will be alone. No, my child. I, the Lord, have already set aside one who will love you in truth, who will honor you in spirit, who will cover you with grace, not greed. I have prepared someone who will see you not as a possession but as a partner. But before that can manifest, you must learn to discern. You must learn to walk in wisdom, to hear my spirit louder than the noise of your emotions. And today I am training you in that discernment by revealing this danger. You wonder why the timing of this proposal feels strange. You wonder why their words feel heavy, not light. You wonder why something in your spirit does not settle when they speak. That unsettled feeling is my spirit within you sounding the alarm. Do not silence it. Do not explain it away. It is I telling you that what you sense is real. They are not for you. They want to take, not to give. They want to drain, not to pour. They want to tie themselves to your destiny, not because they love it, but because they covet it. Listen, beloved. I know you are weary of waiting. I know you are tired of hoping. I know you want to believe every declaration of love that comes your way. But not all love is love. Some love is lust for gain. Some love is hunger for control. And this is what you are facing now. That is why I bring this message directly to you. That is why I command you not to skip it. That is why I repeat it again and again in your spirit. This one wants to marry you, but their intent is not love. It is to take. I, the Lord your God, will not allow you to be stolen from. I will not allow your inheritance to be robbed. I will not let your destiny be shackled to a thief. But you must obey my voice. You must listen to this warning. I give you this message in love, in mercy, in compassion, because I know what you do not know. I see what you cannot see. And if you trust me, you will be spared the pain they carry. You have cried tears asking me to expose your enemies. Today I answer, here is one. They do not appear as an enemy, but I tell you they are. They come clothed in affection, but beneath it is a heart that plots. I reveal this not to crush you, but to strengthen you. For when you see the truth, you will know I am with you. When you feel the sting of deception revealed, you will also feel the relief of knowing you were saved. You will see my hand pulling you away from disaster. Beloved, I urge you, lean into me. Let my Spirit teach you to wait. Do not rush into their arms. Do not sign your life away because of their sweet words. Time will reveal their heart, but I have already revealed it to you now. Trust me. Walk away if you must. Stand firm in the knowledge that I have better for you. The marriage I have ordained for you will not come with fear, with calculation, with hidden agendas. It will come with peace, with joy, with blessing. That is how you will know it is from me. I cover you even now. I send angels to guard your path, to silence the manipulations, to block the schemes. I command their plans to fall apart before they can touch you. I decree that no weapon formed against your destiny through marriage will prosper. You are mine, and I will not allow you to be stolen. This is your confirmation. This is your warning. This is your deliverance. Hear me, my beloved. Do not skip this. Do not dismiss this. It is only for you. God says this is for you and it is timely, and I am speaking into the part of you that already suspects what I am about to reveal. Do not let fear close your ears, do not let flattery drown my voice, and do not let loneliness bargain with your destiny. This message is for you. Open it and keep reading, because I am placing light on a doorway that looks like love but hides a hallway of loss. Someone wants to marry you, but their intention is to take what I have entrusted to you, your peace, your voice, your time, your strength, your resources, the bright shape of your future. They do not announce it with harshness. They wrap it with charm. They do not come with a knife, they come with a ring. But a ring without truth is a shackle, and a promise without character is a trap. I am your God, and I do not want your life reduced to a quiet ache behind a beautiful photo. Do not try to skip this. It's just for you. You have felt the quickening, how fast this has moved, how the compliments stacked up like bricks for a wall that blocks your discernment. When a heart is starved, even crumbs can feel like a feast. But I have not called you to live on crumbs. I have not brought you this far to be conquered by a smile. Listen to me. Rushing is not romance, it is camouflage. Urgency is not always urgency from me, sometimes it is pressure dressed as passion. I do not rush you into a covenant I did not author. I guide you, and where I guide there is peace, and where there is peace, there is patience, and where there is patience, there is clarity. This person speaks of forever while reaching for access today. This person speaks of we while mapping how to control you. They admire what you carry, but they do not intend to protect it, they intend to own it. Marriage is not ownership. Marriage is stewardship, and what I build on rock. You have noticed the small signs, how your boundaries are treated like inconveniences, how your plans shrink to fit their comfort, how the world seems to be shrinking to a room where only one voice is loud and it isn't mine. You have noticed how they prefer you isolated, how they cast suspicion on the friends who ask wise questions, how they label every hesitation as negativity, how they reward your silence with attention and punish your questions with distance. Manipulation is not love. Love does not fear questions, because love is not afraid of truth. Love does not require you to ignore what you saw in the daylight just to keep the warmth at night. My child, you do not need to explain away what I am exposing. You do not need to justify what I am judging. I am not judging them as a person for you to hate, I am judging a pattern so you can be free. Someone wants to marry you, but their vow is a plan to take your steadiness and convert it into consent. They see your care and call it leverage. They see your generosity and call it fuel. They see your empathy and call it silence. I see your heart and call it mine. I gave you compassion, not so that deceit could live under its roof, but so that courage could. Compassion without courage is a door without a lock, anyone can walk through. Compassion with courage is wisdom, it welcomes the good and refuses the wolf. Do not tell yourself that you are being unkind by telling the truth. Truth is kindness at its highest temperature. Truth burns away the threadbare excuses and leaves you with something you can live with. I know what the lonely hours whisper. I know how, finally, can feel holy when you have been waiting a long time. I know how shared laughter can echo like proof. But I did not promise you laughter without listening, and I did not call you to keep a promise someone else refuses to make with their character. Hear me, what this person wants to take is not only your money or your work, though they may reach for those things too, they want to take the center of your life and put it in their hands. They want to be the filter you look through. They want to be your weather, your sky, your season, your permission. They will say it is protection, but it is prison. I promised you a partnership where purpose thrives, not a performance where you disappear. Do not confuse intensity for intimacy. Fire can warm, but fire can also devour, and if you feed a fire with your boundaries, you will burn. Nothing I give you requires you to give up the you I created. Nothing I breathe on requires you to suffocate to keep it alive. If a bond demands your silence when something feels off, it is not a bond from me. If a bond thrives only when you are exhausted, it is not a bond from me. If a bond needs you to hide it from those who love you and want your good, it is not a bond from me. I am not a God of confusion, and where I lead, I also light. I am lighting this for you now. Do not try to skip this. Your future is watching how you answer this page. Your children's peace, if I give them to you, is watching. Your calling, the thing you have cried to me about, is watching. You think love is scarce, but love is not scarce with me. You think time is running out, but time bows to me. If you allow desperation to pick your covenant will be desperate. If you allow fear to sign your name, fear will live in every room of your house. But if you let wisdom hold the pen, wisdom will hold your hand through storms. I am not asking you to be suspicious, I am teaching you to be discerning. Suspicion is fear with a mask, discernment is peace with eyes open. You know the conversations where you felt dizzy afterward, as if the ground moved and the facts rearranged themselves. That is not the fruit of truth, that is the fog of control. You know the moments where apologies arrived like gifts, but the pattern never changed. Change that does not touch behavior is not repentance, it is strategy. Watch for the cycles: charm, request, pressure, guilt, apology, repeat. Watch for the withdrawals that teach you to chase. Watch for the favors that become debts. Watch for the words, "Just trust me," when transparency is the answer. Watch for the promises that depend on you staying quiet. Watch for the stories that only fit when you are not allowed to ask the next question. I am not revealing this to shame you. I am revealing this to save you. Breathe. You are not behind. You are not foolish for wanting love. You are not weak for enjoying attention. You are human, and you are mine. You do not need to harden to be safe. You need to anchor. I am your anchor. When the tide of flattery rises, drop me deep. When the wave of urgency hits, drop me deep. When the wind of loneliness howls, drop me deep. Anchored hearts are not dragged into covenants that bury them. Anchored hearts recognize my rhythm and refuse what fights it. I will give you practical steps, because I am God over wisdom as well as wonder. Slow it down. Love that is real survives the slow. Require daylight. Conversations that must happen in shadows have something to hide. Keep your counsel wide. Bring in the voices I have already used to protect you: trusted family, faithful friends, mentors who love me and love you. Do not isolate. Isolation is the greenhouse where manipulation grows. Require financial clarity. If talk of marriage enters the room, transparency sits at the head of the table. Plans, debts, history, expectations, let them be spoken. If they mock your need for clarity, you have your clarity. Keep your boundaries. You do not need to apologize for protecting the life I have given you. Hold your identity. You are not a project to be managed, you are a person to be honored. Anyone who diminishes your calling to secure their comfort is not compatible with the future I am building with you. You will feel a pull to prove you are not difficult. Resist that pull. Love is not earned by abandoning yourself. Love is received by being who I made you to be. The right person does not fear your growth because your growth does not threaten them, it blesses them. The wrong person will try to shrink you to keep you. They may speak as if your dreams are a rival. They may roll their eyes at the mention of the work you are called to do. They may call your standards, drama, and your boundaries, cold. They may say, "You're different now," when what they mean is, "You are not as easy to control." Different is good when different is healthier. Be different. Be whole. Be guarded without being closed. Be kind without being captured. I know the memory you keep returning to, the evening that felt like a preview of safety, the laughter that rang like a bell over your doubts. Treasure it as a reminder that you can enjoy warmth without surrendering wisdom. Do not let nostalgia vote on your future. I have seen the moments you have not, the conversations you did not hear, the calculations behind the kindness. Not every kindness is an investment in you, some kindness is an investment in access. I am teaching you to know the difference by the fruit it produces over time. Time is a truth teller that cannot be bribed. Give this time, and you will see what I see. If you have already given too much, I am not here to shame you. I am here to restore you. I can refill what was poured out under pressure. I can return what was taken through charm. I can strengthen what was worn thin by the tug-of-war between your spirit and your fears. Come back to me with your yes. You gave your yes to their urgency, give your yes back to my peace. You gave your attention to their alarms, give your attention back to my voice. I am not late. I am arriving in the right moment, right now, with right words. Someone wants to marry you but will take your breath and call it devotion, will take your savings and call it partnership, will take your friendships and call it loyalty, will take your calling and call it compromise, will take your time and call it togetherness, will take your laughter and call it maturity. Do not mistake labels for truth. Truth will not steal you to keep you. Truth will not starve you to grow you. Truth will not hush you to heal you. If you feel yourself fading to maintain a bond, you are not in a bond with truth. I have people and places that will love you without requiring your disappearance. I have timing that will not shame you. I have a future that makes room for your joy, your purpose, your rest, and your wonder. I am not asking you to choose singleness, I am asking you to choose me first, and from that choice will flow every other right choice. When you choose me, you choose clarity. When you choose me, you choose courage. When you choose me, you choose the refusal to be purchased with compliments and promised with fog. You fear that if you walk away, you will be walking into emptiness. Hear me, emptiness where I am is not emptiness, it is space for the right thing to grow. Crowded rooms where I am not are deserts with noise. Better a quiet garden with me than a loud wilderness without me. Better a patient waiting with me than an urgent wedding without me. Covenant is not a costume you wear to stop the questions from others. Covenant is a shelter I build with you. I refuse to build with materials you had to steal from your own soul. Do not try to skip this. You are reading exactly what you needed. I am granting you permission to pause without guilt, to ask questions without trembling, to say, "Not yet," without apologizing, to say, "No," without fearing you will miss me. You do not miss me by choosing wisdom, you meet me there. You do not disappoint me by leaving what I have not blessed, you honor me by refusing what dishonors you. You do not fail me by protecting your future, you cooperate with me.